Hi everybody, it's Tim with Engadget. We are taking a look at the Infuse 4G from Samsung for AT&T. This is Samsung's latest model in the US, and on the outside it looks rather like the Galaxy S2. However, inside it's not quite as powerful, featuring a single-core 1.2 GHz processor. In fact, it is on the inside a little bit similar to the Droid Charge, which we also reviewed, which also has a single-core processor. However, the Droid Charge is a 1 GHz, the Infuse 4G is a 1.2 GHz, so it's a little bit quicker. But both have Super AMOLED Plus displays, the Infuse being a little bit larger at 4.5 inches versus 4.3 for the Droid Charge. However, they're both 800 by 480 resolution, and they're both bright and beautiful and very nice looking screens. We also found the Infuse 4G to have slightly better battery life than the Droid Charge. And the Droid Charge, of course, we like the battery life quite a bit there. The Infuse 4G, though, is looking to be even better, which is definitely a good sign. So let's take a quick look at the hardware. On the front, unfortunately, we don't have any actual buttons. We are strictly 4 capacitive buttons on the front here, so this is a pretty traditional design there. We go to this side, we've got the power button here. Take a look at the top, your 3.5mm audio output, volume rocker here. And on the button, micro USB and the microphone. We flip it around the back now, and you'll see up top here is an 8 megapixel sensor, which is the same one that we've found in the Galaxy S2 as well as in the Droid Charge. Takes very good pictures, and a single LED flash. And down here is a speaker for your speakerphone. Now on the back we have this very interesting tactile bit of fanciness. The Infuse 4G has a plastic cover. It actually has kind of a nice feel. It's a little bit rough, but it's nice. It's definitely a step above the feel of the Droid Charge, which is well, it's a little bit clunky and cheap feeling compared to the Infuse 4G, which, as you can see, is rather thinner than the Droid Charge. And just overall feels to be a little bit higher end than the Droid Charge. That's despite this actually being a cheaper phone, but we'll get into cost in a moment. Let's pry the back off here because it takes a little bit of doing. Let's see what's inside. There, okay. So, down, taking up the majority of the space, is a 1750 mAh battery, which is, again, quite large and delivering good battery life. Your SIM card slots in there, and tucked underneath here is where the micro SD card goes. Now Samsung only gives you a 2 GB card, which is a little bit anemic these days. However, the phone has 13 GB of built-in storage, plus 2 GB of system storage. So you got basically 16 gigs on tap inside the phone, augmented with the 2 GB micro SD card. So you're basically getting about 16 gigs in the phone itself, and then you can bump it up however you want to with another micro SD card. However, the drawback is you will wind up with that storage split into different sections. In fact, when you plug this phone into your computer, you'll see it actually shows up as multiple drives and not just a single drive, because it does have its storage split up internally now. Obviously, Android doesn't really care about that. Your music will all show up in one big pile inside of the music player here. But you may need to copy some music onto one share and some music onto another share, which is a little bit of a bother. So let's take a look at the phone itself. We've got a TouchWiz UI here again, and if I pinch, I can zoom out to see all the home screens. This is again very similar to the Galaxy S2. You can drag and drop these to rearrange your home screens however you like. However, this one will always be your home screen, so it doesn't matter where you put it. That will always be the default home screen. But that is how you would rearrange how you want things to go. The phone actually was fairly clean of well, let's call it crapware, I guess you could say. Angry Birds is on here and a couple of other apps, but really it's not nearly as bad as the Droid Charge, which is kind of loaded down with all sorts of stuff. Now, the device does come with Quick Office, which is nice, so you can create documents in here if you're so inclined. And there are a couple of other apps included as well, nothing exactly too premier, but again, not a lot of unnecessary stuff or unwanted stuff, which is nice. And the phone allows you to sideload applications, which is a nice touch as well. But of course, you have full access to the Android market, which is the biggest thing. Now let's take a look at performance. We'll bring up our web page so you can take a look at how quickly that renders. Again, this is a 1.2 gigahertz single-core processor. so it's not going to be challenging the Atrix for any benchmark records. But however, we have found it to be reasonably snappy in day-to-day usage. As you can see, it loaded pretty quickly, and I can zoom in and zoom out, and it is fairly responsive. Again, we're not going to be challenging the dual-core Wonder phones that are out there at the moment, but for day-to-day usage, we found it to be quite good. We didn't really notice much of a difference between this and the Droid Charge. Again, this is about 20% quicker in terms of cycles. However, it is scoring a little bit higher on benchmarks, and overall, in terms of synthetic performance, is doing a little bit better. But again, overall, it's a very, very nice phone. The design is nice. The exterior feels good in the hand. It's slim, it's light, and the battery life is excellent. Download speeds may not be the best, but they're about as good as you're going to get on AT&T at this point. So again, this is the Samsung Infuse 4G heading to AT&T, priced at